What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hey, RAE Nation, it's Raevonshae. Tuning in live tonight. I want to see what everybody was up to. If anybody's online, just checking in because I said I'm gonna start posting twice a week. So this is part of my obligation to post twice a week. So let's see here. I'm gonna give a few minutes. I need to see if I can. Let me check to see if I can see from my. Hold on. What's up, everybody? Let me see. What's going on, people? I'm trying to see if I can see from my phone. Hold on, let me see. And tonight I want to talk about having 6, 7, and 8 figure conversations and how they hit differently. So for 2023, all I'm doing is having 6, 7, and 8 figure conversations. And that's what we doing. We only having 6, 7, and 8 figure conversations because they hit different. When you start really setting goals and start really planning for success, it's things that you're gonna have to cut out. You're gonna have to minimize some of this talk, this chatter, and this unnecessary talk. You're gonna have to minimize that. And you're gonna have to have more conversations of how you're gonna grow, how you're gonna execute, how you're gonna get to the next level in life. Unless you're comfortable with being in the same spot, everybody's constantly trying to move to the next level. I don't care what level you on, any level you on, somebody's trying to get to the next level. So some conversations have to be cut, and then in order to grow. So you're gonna have to cut out some of that chitter chatter. So now we're talking about 6, 7, and 8 figure conversations. In order to grow on the internet, period, if you're a content creator and you're trying to grow on the internet, some things that have to be done, you might have to scale back a little bit. Sometimes when you all over the place and you're doing too many things and you haven't got one thing done first, like say for instance, you ain't never made a sale in one area, but you're trying to sell everything at once. Sometimes it's time to scale back. If you're trying to be on every platform and you ain't got one platform dialed in, sometimes it's time to scale back. So you got to kind of know when to scale back. Every successful person, they kind of know when it's time to scale back a little bit because you could be doing so much, not doing nothing. A lot of people are doing a lot of stuff, but they're not really they're not making progress in nothing. It just looks like they're doing a lot of stuff. So at the end of every year, what you want to do, this is what I do. And this is what I just got through doing the other day. At the end of the year, you sit down and you look at all of your stuff that you did. Everything you did, you take a look at what all you did. Okay, I was doing this, I was pushing that, I was pushing this, I was pushing that, I was, pushing 15,000 things. You turn around and you see what things made the money. What did you sell out of those 15,000 things that you pushed? Because people be pushing everything and want to look good. You trying to make money. You trying to grow to the next level. So if you're trying to grow to the next level, you're going to have to do things that other people are not doing. They still trying to look good. They want the vanity metrics. The vanity metrics is not what make the money. The money comes from learning how to look at your business and identify with what worked and then do more of what worked and scale back on the stuff that didn't work. That's how you make money. You don't make money by doing a whole bunch of stuff and looking good and looking like, oh, I got 15,000 followers. You got 15,000 followers, but nobody's making no sales, no transactions. So what you want to do at the end of the end of the year is over. You want to look right now, today. Look at your stuff that you did for the past however long, last year. All the stuff that you did, take a look at it. And out of all the stuff you did, what made money? What actually made money? If it was 3 things that actually made money, what made the most money? And then so dial in on those things. You have to cut back some of the other things. Like when I first got into the working with these different car dealerships, I was working with like 10 or 15 dealerships at the same time, all over the place. I was just working with all type of dealerships all over the place. I had a lot of stuff coming in, but I was losing track of a lot of stuff that I had because it was too much for one person. So, oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, this is the truth. Monica, real life with Monica. I had to scale back because I had checks coming from I mean, all over the place, all different locations, all different, but it was only one of me. Sometimes you got to look at the stuff that you're doing. People be doing stuff and they look good. It looks good, but it's not doing nothing. When they come down to the books, when you balance your finances and when you sit down and do your budget sheet, ain't no money coming from all that stuff. So now people that make money on the internet or anywhere, you don't have to be on the internet to do this. Anytime you're trying to make money, you're going to look at what worked, what made the most money, what did you make sales from. You're going to cut all these other stuff off the shelf. This stuff don't even need to be on the shelf if it ain't making no money yet. You can put that on the shelf later. Take all that stuff, dial back, dial it in, make this particular product better, make it better, and then sell more. Because once you figure out that one product that's selling, once you figure out that one thing that's working, you always got to start out doing a lot of things so you can actually run tests and figure out what works. Split testing. So when you do your split testing, you're trying to figure out what's going to actually work for me. What do I like doing? Especially if you're in the very beginning. What do I like doing? What's going to work the best for me? How can I make the most money? You know, all of that. When you finally do that, now you got something to look at. If you actually been structuring your business any kind of way, then you got numbers to look at. You got, this business made me 30,000. This business made me 10,000. These books made me 15,000. This didn't make me but 800. Now you can look at all this stuff and see what made you the most. Then whatever that is, then you can start scaling. They call that scaling. You can start dumping money into that project, and then you can see a return. Okay, I dump $100 in, I get 200 back because I know this sells. I dump $1,000 in, I get 2,000 back because I know this sells. So you got to kind of learn how to stop, analyze your analytics, look at everything you did, see what works the best, and then do more of what works the best. And then you can kind of add to it as you get this. You want it to be like a machine. You want it to go like a machine. With the car business, I do this, and it already works for me because I took a lot of time putting it together. So when I put it together, this happens, they fill out an application, I call them, they go to the dealership, money comes. This is how I make money. So it's a machine now. So now all I got to worry about is putting my ads out there, putting my consistency is what's important. Yes, consistent. And then being consistent, and also at some point, what we're going to do is we're going to start at some point. Now, it depends on where we at. At some point, once we figure out all this social media stuff, then at some point, we're going to start investing in this stuff. We're going to start putting money behind what worked, because that's how you can scale it. When you can put money in, you don't want to be doing this all your life, just posting. You don't want to do that all your life. You want to get it to working, get your machine set up, get your website flowing, your funnels going, learning how this person come in so then you learning how out of 100 people come to my website, 60 people sign in. I got a 60% conversion rate. Out of the people that sign in, this many people gonna buy. So now you knowing your conversion rates, so you knowing how much money it take to get this many people to convert. Now you just dumping money in and getting money back, because you got the process. You're not posting. You got your content part set up. You being consistent, but you got tools for that. You're not really doing all of that. You sitting down maybe once a week, and your tools are the ones that make you consistent. You don't have to worry about being consistent because you got tools out there that work on your behalf. You auto scheduling, having your posts come out on your behalf. If you want to schedule your post to come out every day at 5 o'clock in the morning, your tools is going to do it. So even if you oversleep, your tools is working for you. So you don't have to even worry about being consistent, long as your business show up consistent. So like you could be out going on a town, long as your tools is working, long as you investing in the proper tools, it don't even take a lot of tools, but long as you got the right tools, your money could be working for you. You know what I mean? Because all I do is put my ads out there, and then everything else happens on the back end. And then I make phone calls. If I want to make phone calls and I need to do that extra push, then I'll get in and put that personal touch on the business. So at this point, it's time to scale back some. Sometimes you got to look at stuff. Man, I realized, okay, I'm looking at my this numbers, these stuff I did over the year. Dang, I didn't know I made so much over here. You don't know how much you made until you actually start running your sheet, your budget sheet. Dang, sold this many units. I sold this many units. I made this much money doing this. I need to focus on doing more of this. And then this over here, I was pushing it, but I didn't make this kind of money. So this comes first. If I still want to do that, that comes second. So now when I put my stuff together, then I'm going to dump some money into this. I'm going to dump money into this because this made me this kind of money. I'm going to dump my advertising budget. They call it an advertising. At some point, you don't do everything for free. Some point, you're going to get an advertising budget so that you can see a bigger return. That's how you scale and grow. You can't get to 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month without a budget, some sort of budget. So you want to, first you do everything for free. You trying to free platforms. You trying to figure out if Facebook working, TikTok and Instagram. You trying to figure out if you going, you know what I mean? You're doing all that stuff. But at some point you're going to say, dang, man, I made so-and-so doing this. So I sold this many units. So now that's why right now I'm doing a new ebook. It's going to be called Content Creator Secrets. Well, you know what? I didn't know if I want to call it Content Creator Secrets or YouTube Influencer Secrets. I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to call it. Content Creator Secrets or YouTube Influencer Secrets. Both of them will be slightly different, but kind of the secrets are kind of similar. But once you get everything set up the right way, when you dump that money in, it's almost like you done made yourself that ATM machine because you know how to dump your money and you know money is coming back. There ain't no way that if I do this, I'm not going to make a sale. There's no way that I can do what I do and not make a car deal. I can't say when because, you know, like we say, stuff is up and down, but we know tax season coming. So right now I'm focusing more on the car business because we know tax season is coming. So you dump money in because you know that you're going to get a return. So that's how you kind of do it. You got to look at your numbers. Stop looking at all these people that got all this stuff going and make it look like they got something going. They don't. Because when you look at that budget sheet going to tell you how much you made and then what products you made it off of if you start setting your stuff up right. You want to know to grow your business. When it comes down to growing a business, analytics is everything. If people just doing stuff on social media and they don't have no form of you can look at people's sites. You can look at somebody's social media stuff. You can look at their website. You can look at all the stuff they doing. If they got an Instagram or TikTok, you can look at all that and you can see if they got their stuff set up right. And then you can see they ain't really making money because they not set up right. Everything starts with the foundation, how your foundation is laid. And every person that's really doing it, they can see the people who ain't doing it. If a person is really doing it and they know exactly what it takes to do it, they can look at somebody else's stuff and see that you ain't got it set up right. They know you're not doing it. So you want to set your stuff up the right way, have your foundation laid the right way. You know what I mean? And then once you lay your foundation the right way, then you can scale and grow to the next level. Because if you can make $1 online, you can make $100,000 online. A lot of people, they make a little money, but they don't know how to make it consistently because they don't know how to learn their numbers. They don't have their stuff in place to track. Everything is about tracking. So if you doing something, you don't know how many people came. Oh, thank you so much. You want to know when you're doing something, you want to know how many people came to my website, not Google Analytics. That works. I mean, I got Google Analytics. I got my Google Search Console. I got all that. But it's the most stuff that you need, and it's not hard, y'all. Don't get intimidated by it. It just sound different sometimes because if we don't know it, we just don't know it. But not just Google Analytics, because Google Analytics only tell you so many people came to your website. Google Analytics don't tell you how many people came to your website and how many people signed in and how much conversion rate you got. So that's a deeper level. 1,000 people came to my website. Let's say 100. Let's go with 100. 100 people came to my website. 80 people signed in. So the 80 people that signed in, that gave me a 80% conversion rate. If 100 people came and then 30 people signed in, I know I got a 30% conversion rate. So at either way, as long as I know, because once you know, you can fix it. So if you don't know, you can't never fix what's happening. You don't know if 10 people signed in. You don't know because you ain't got no sign in. And then you don't know how to read your sign in. So now you kind of losing. You're putting yourself in a losing battle because you got to, long as you can figure out your numbers, when you can figure out your numbers, you can sell anything. Cars, ink pens, shoes, chokers, whatever you want to sell, you got to know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you cannot make sales. So having a bunch of stuff on the website and sending people to all these different pages and you don't have no way to convert and see your numbers, it's like you're not doing it right. So that's the stuff that I help people with. When they schedule their consultation, we get that stuff. That your foundation, your basic foundational principles is the only thing to help you make money. So 100 people come to your website, 50 people sign in, 50% conversion rate. You know that when I start running traffic, no, you're not going to start running traffic because your conversion rate ain't high enough yet. You're going to work on that page. You're going to work on your page until you can see 60% or 70%. You're not going to start spending money to run traffic if you only got like a 30 or 40% conversion rate because it ain't ready yet. So now you say, shoot, I ain't getting but 30 out of 100. I need more people to. So what's going on with my page? Once you start your tracking, man, if y'all could just put tracking in the comment section so y'all could show me that you're listening. Once you learn your tracking is everything when it comes to business. So tracking is, okay, if it's only a 30% conversion rate, what am I need to work on? I need to work on that page that they came to because something is happening from how I'm sending them to when they get here to make them not sign up. So if they don't sign up when I send them, something is going on that page. I need to fix that. If they don't come at all, I'm putting out stuff on social media. All this stuff I'm putting out on social media and they not coming at all. I need to work on my advertising method. So now every step of the way, you learning how to track and you learning how to, thank you so much. I know you paid attention. You know how to track everything. Once you learn how to track, you know how to fix everything step by step. So you put stuff together, and you know what I'm saying? When you want to schedule something, you can always go to my website, schedule something. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm Raevonshae on every platform, but I think I get my Instagrams faster. I think I get my Instagram DMs a lot faster than everything else. So tracking is everything. So when you get your system set up, people are afraid to kind of invest in their system, but you got to have that set up in order to win online because I be seeing people doing a lot of stuff wrong. You can't help everybody. You can't make these people want to do it right. But if you want to win and you want to actually make conversions, you got to just learn how to read your stuff, not just Google Analytics. That's a part of it, but that's not all. And then as you read your analytics, you learn how to fix this and fix that. That's why I go back to the drawing board. You got a winning product. You just have to learn how to go back to the drawing board and make it win more. You already got a product that may have made sales or something like that. You just trying to go back and make that product irresistible. You trying to go back and make that product to where you might have a book, you might have a course or a product or whatever, and it may be good. Your title may be wrong. It may be a good product. The title is everything. So if you got a good product and everything, and ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Like everything is, it's so much when it comes to tracking. That's the only thing that, see, I read books. So I read books and I read and I take notes and I actually execute the stuff that I read in these books. And these are 8-figure earners teaching in these books. You know what I mean? So we got to learn that tracking is everything. It ain't really nothing. Your website looking pretty with stuff flying around and all that type of stuff. None of that matters. None of that stuff matters. As long as the site is functioning, people are going to do what you like this. I'm using my laptop because my charger, I got to get a new one because you know how the cord always get messed up and it all of a sudden it ain't connecting right and all that. I usually use my phone to record on. I'm using my laptop right now. Look at the quality. Ain't no good quality on this laptop. I'm still producing content. And if I take these, now the glasses are shining. I mean, the light shining right in my glasses. The light shine right in my glasses. It don't even matter because guess what? I'm putting out the content. The content is more important than the quality of the video. It's the content, because guess what? People need to understand tracking. I don't care if you just listening to it. You ain't got to look at it. All this stuff can be fixed if I just, first of all, if I just take the glasses off, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be shining in the glasses. That's all. But I wouldn't be able to see the comments if I did. So all we got to do is learn tracking. If we learn tracking and how to analyze every single month after you get through with a month, you're going to look at what you did, and then you go track, and you're going to look at this stuff, and then you're going to try to figure out how to do it better. Once you start learning how to do your research and you learning how to do other things, then your numbers are going to start making sense, because you're going to be making sales. While other people is getting followers, you making sales. You know what I mean? Followers is one thing, and they good, but followers don't always equate to sales. You know what I mean? Like, every followers don't always mean sales. You could be building up and doing all this type of stuff. Some people are building followers off other people's name. You out here putting out content that's not even yours. You putting out content about gossip channels or something that's not your following, because you're not putting out the information to get a following. So that content, they not coming for you. They coming for the gossip that you're talking about. They not coming for your information or your actual product. They coming for the gossip or the celebrity or whoever it is you're talking about. Those numbers are not, they ain't got nothing to do with that. When you build a solid following, I don't care if you got 3, 4, 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, or whatever, you building it because of your knowledge, your education, or what you got to sell. That's a different ball game. You know, that's a whole different ball game. You're not, so yours may look different, but you might be making more money than that person with the 8,000 followers that got all these followers, but they talking about something that don't even make sense. You might be making more money than them, and you ain't got but 1,000 followers or 500 followers. Just because that's just, you got to learn how to do tracking, and then you can make your sales, and then you can make a product, or you can sell a product that resonates with your audience, that's going to help your audience do what they need to do. If the product is helping the audience, if your product helps somebody else, like the car business, I help people get cars when they can't get approved nowhere else. Some people don't like the car business. Oh, used cars. This people buy used cars every day. Most of everybody on here in a used car. Nobody's in here in a 2025 nothing. You know what I mean? So there's an audience for every single thing in the world. It's an audience. So you got to figure out how you helping them. Now, if I'm just out here trying to throw something on them, no, they call me when they need a car. They call me when they need something. So I'm helping them fulfill a need. If you could figure out how you could help people fulfill a need, because if they could go anywhere, they wouldn't need me. You know what I mean? So when they call me, it's because they need something, and they want this and they want this or whatever. I can help them get that, even if they don't have the best credit in the whole wide world. When we start figuring out what kind of product we could put together that can help somebody else get to from point A to point B, you helping people, not what they want at this point, what they need. How can I help somebody get what they need? Then you can make more sales when you helping people get what they need. Now you can help people get what they want too. You know, like you could do fashion or food, or I mean all that type of stuff. You can do that, but figure out how you can help somebody with a need, and then you'll make way more money. But then all of it come down, no matter what you're selling. I don't care if I'm selling the next chokers or the next crowns, tiaras, or whatever. I'm gonna do my numbers. That's what people are doing. They trying to do posting on Facebook, they posting on Instagram. I'm doing all that too. But I got certain stuff set up that they were not willing to set up. That's why I can see my numbers at the end of every day. I can see my numbers because they don't invest in doing the numbers. When you're doing your YouTube videos, if you post it on YouTube, everything, you should be able to track everything. You should be able to track how many clicks came through from this, how many people clicked on it. You should be able to track that stuff so you can know what's working. How can you scale or go to another level when you can't even track what you were doing? Then you're just doing a bunch of stuff. The stuff that you're doing, it got to make sense for 2023 if you want to take it to the next level. You know what I mean? Like if you want to take something from this point to this point, then you got to do this. You cannot get around it. There's no way to get around this part of it if that's what you want to do. Some people don't want that. They like looking like they doing something. They like looking like they not. Now we gotta start tracking. I learned this. When I learned this, it took my businesses to a whole next level because I didn't know it. If I didn't know it, somebody had to teach it to me. Somebody had to teach me about my tracking, and it's a lot of tracking tools that we need. It's not that many, but as long as we set them up the right way, we can kind of, man, it's another ball game when you do your tracking the right way. So whatever you selling, look back over what happened this year, last 6 months or last 8 months or however long it was. Look at it and then say what made the most, what didn't make nothing. Take that. If it didn't make nothing, you don't need to even looking at it no way right now. If it didn't make nothing at all, you don't even need to look at it. And then if it made something, you feel like you could do something with it, you could keep it. But whatever made the most, that's what you're going to focus on for the next 3 months. Then whatever made the most, just work on making it better so you can sell more of that. And then after you get that going, people don't start out selling everything at the same time. So, and then after you get we're not a Walmart. We don't have the budget to be a Walmart of the internet. We don't have the budget to be a Amazon of the internet. So you got to figure out what it is that's working best and make it better, make that money, and then put it into the next thing that was good, and then make money. Then you're gonna see at the end of the year, your numbers grew. You doubled and tripled and quadrupled your money because you was doing things with your tracking that other people just wasn't doing. Because these people that's going live on Facebook and doing all this and doing all that type of stuff, they're not making sales from that stuff. Maybe one or two. It's not, sales are not coming. Like, that's not how sales work on the internet. Sales is not coming from doing all this stuff like you see. Social media, not sales media. It's social. It's a social platform. When you on social media, you on a social platform. Your sales don't come from social media as much. Your sales come from having your system set up the right way and getting them into a series and a sequence of emails that come out, and you sell through your emails and follow-up sequence because you build a relationship. You just trying to sell some stuff from social media. It's social media, not sales media. People are not making sales from that. They just doing stuff. So once you realize that there's a process that go with making sales, then you'll be more patient to make the sales because you know it's a process to come with it. But then you'll make more sales because you will know the process. Once you know the process, you know how to get it on the back end. Once you get it on the back end, you can keep, it's a system. You got to keep your system going. And then you learn, okay, they come through like this. It's a funnel. They come through like this. Some people drop out, but some people make it to the end. There your money is right here. This your money. They come through like this. Here your money. They come through, here your money. You know what I mean? Like, then that's how you figure it out. Then when you start dumping money in, you know how much you need to dump in. I might dump in a 5 and get a 20 back. I might put 5 in and get 20 back because I know my system. So I know I make 4 times my money every time I do this system. So that's what we want to do. We want to try to work on getting our system set up correctly. Tracking is important. If you want to schedule a one-on-one consultation, it's at Raevonshae.com/consult, CONSULT. Or you can just send me a DM on Instagram, because that's where I get all my messages at. And then you send me a message on and then I'm coming up with this book. Content creator secrets. YouTube influencer secrets. I think it's content creator secrets. I think it's going to be content creator secrets. I got to get that book out. Don't put that book out. And then you got to just start doing this and then learn how to do your research and tracking. Research and tracking is the whole two things for 2023. Research, tracking. That way you can scale. You don't want to be at the same level at the end of this year that you was at the beginning of this year. You got to learn something new and you got to do something new. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do our tracking and get our system set up the right way so that it can work and it makes sense. It don't matter what the product is. All the stuff is the same. Burger King, McDonald's, Sonic, Whataburger, they all sell hamburgers. You know what I mean? The system is, they all sell hamburgers. The system is the same. It's only the recipe that's different. So once you figure out how to do it, you own it popping. That's all I wanted to get on and say for the night. I just wanted to get on because I said I'm gonna be coming on twice a week at least, and I had to get on. Excuse the light. I got to figure out. I'm gonna have to start coming on without my glasses on. The glasses, the light be shining right in between my glasses. But I gotta see the. I gotta do it because I gotta see the comments. I gotta see the comments, and I'm gonna be more focused on Instagram. I'm gonna be more focused on Instagram and not really TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, but more of my stuff is gonna be on Instagram and then YouTube. I'm just sticking with Instagram and YouTube. I'm still posting on the other platforms as well, but my focus, I'm still posting on all the platforms, but my focus, let me see, it says my problem with okay. But my focus is YouTube and Instagram. Those are my focus points. Facebook, I'm still just posting on there, but that ain't my focus. Anybody got any questions before I head out the door? Oh, okay. Somebody was leaving me a comment. Hey, Biff Nunu, how are you? I ain't seen you in a minute. So the main thing is tracking, analyzing our, using our analytics. And if y'all excuse how tacky I am, I threw on this. I had the tank top on. I threw on this tank top over the tank top, and I said, "Let me go live." Here go my blanket. I was laying down. I took me a good nap today. I ain't took no nap in so long. I said, "I'm just gonna lay down," and I took me a nap. But I was like, "Let me get up." I said, "I'm gonna do 2 videos a week. Let me go ahead and get up and get one out there." So that's what I did. I just went on and jumped up, just tacky and all. I had to lay my little wig down real good, and then I was on my way. But tracking. If we could track our stats and we can just get up and we can do our tracking and get one product that can start making some money. Just get one product that you can make money with and then scale that bad boy at the end of the year. It's going to be a whole different ball game. And then you're going to be able to, you know what I mean? So let's get that popping. I'm gone. If ain't nobody got no questions. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to see you. I ain't seen you in so long. Where you been? Anyway, where have you been? Or have you been online and I just been missing you? Because I did stop a little bit to buckle down and get some of these things that I'm got coming up next. So I did that. I done got a lot of stuff accomplished. So I'm just going to move on with this next ebook. Get this book out there. And that way I'm going to be rolling. But I don't know what the delay is on this, but I got to get me a new charger. Oh yeah, I need to order me a new charger so that I can get back to using my my camera. Matter of fact, I've been using my phone when I could have just used my camera, but I didn't have time. I didn't have time to hook all that stuff up. I didn't even charge my camera up, and it would have been a way better quality, but I didn't charge it up, so I just had to go ahead and use my laptop. But it was good to see y'all. So happy y'all showed up. Tracking and analytics is what we're going to go for. And it don't take a lot of money to do this type of stuff. It's just the certain things that we need to do our stuff the right way. And then 3 to 6 months, you start seeing a return. You ain't going to even be done, tripped about what you had to invest. It ain't that much. You just want to get it the right way so you can go ahead and start making your money from it as soon as you can. I can't say when because I don't know what you're selling and what you got going and all of that, but you got to have a product that's going to actually make sense and make you some money so that you can start really figuring out your numbers so you can start getting a return. This year is all about, you're going to have to try to make some money. You're going to have to figure out what kind of product you can sell to actually make money. And you don't have to sell a lot of products to make money. You just need to figure out one good product that's going to do something. Like me, I'll never stop doing the car business because that's the bread and butter right there. The bread and butter is the car business. The bread and butter is not this YouTube AdSense. You know what I mean? Like this is a second or third, well, really like a third or fourth stream. I'm just doing this because I want to show people that it's so much to do and there's so much money to be made out here. But the car business is where, for me, I already got my machine going over there, the car business. And tax season is coming. We already in almost 2 weeks away. I ain't even talked to my CPA yet, but I need to talk to my CPA. So that's all I wanted to get on here and say, y'all. I wanted to get on here and thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all, it's going to be the bomb. It's going to be great this year. I feel good about it. So I guess I will chat with y'all later. If y'all have any comments, y'all can leave them later on down in here somewhere, or send me a message on Instagram, or send me a message on. Well, send it on Instagram. Don't send it on. If you got a Facebook, you can send it on Facebook, Raevonshae. And if you got Instagram, it's better because I can get them faster. I got too many pages over on Facebook, and sometimes people be finding the wrong page, and I don't log into all my pages all the time. So y'all have a great evening and be blessed. Nice to see y'all. Happy New Year.